All right, well, I drug another one home after I said I wasn't doing this anymore. But this is actually the third time this one's been here. So I built this four-wheeler for my brother for his son many years ago. He then sold it to my sister for her grandkids. And I know it hadn't run in like 2 years, and she's ready for it to get gone again. So either I'm going to sell it as is and get it out of here, or I am going to fix her up and sell it and get it out of here. So it's a Kawasaki four-wheel drive Bayou 300. I did the wrap on it, which is starting to come apart after about 10 years there. But we'll see if I can get it off the truck without killing myself. And you can see the wrap starting to get a little wavy, but that wrap held up really good for what that thing's been through and sitting outside for as long as it has. I think my brother-in-law put in clutches one time on it, but I'm not 100% sure. All right. Oh, I guess we were recording the whole time. Anyway, so I put a new battery in the Kawasaki. I got to thinking the other day, I got way too many projects, but this one's bone dry. I'm just gonna see if it actually runs. So new battery in it. Put some fuel in it. These stupid gas cans. See if it leaks everywhere. I was gonna replace the petcock on it, but when I started making a list of all the projects, I ain't got time for this. Alright, that should be enough to get to the carburetor, which is probably gummed up as hell. Oh yeah, leaking like a sieve. Oh man, at least it turns off. I really did not want to have to take all these plastics off. All right, barely a drip, but I wanted to see if she'll fire. All right, so choke is all the way on. Fire or catch fire, one of the two. Reserve, and that petcock is bad. All right, so no way around that. Taking the tank out to get to the petcock, I guess. Pouring all that gas. All right, nice. All right, don't want to kill the new battery, so I will get me a wrench and get the plastics off so I can get to the tank and see if I ordered a new pickup. Alright, so I do have the petcock, and I found it, luckily. Now see if we can get all this stuff pulled apart and see what we got here. This thing listed for sale for my sister, and then I don't want to see it again. I've seen it too much. I got plenty more to get to work on and get rid of. Get out of there. There we go, finally. Yeah. Alright, we're going to put these guys up here so they can fall on the ground and I'll lose them forever. I wish I had more of this mossy oak or real tree max wrap, because I would re-wrap some of this, but I don't have it, so I'm not going to worry about it. And I got to be careful because I had to patch these guys back in the day. Alright, so they're held on up front, and that ain't going to work. Let's cover it back up. Oh, nice. That one's got a bolt. And of course that's probably a standard since it's not the factory one. Yep. So let me go grab another socket and put it through. Yeah, I don't know if the master cylinder is gone on this thing. She's pretty tight. Okay. Fits. Bushings there. Alright. Nothing back there. Although it looks like there should be one back there. Might help to unhook the gas. Let's turn it off. And then it's dripping from the tank and everywhere now. At least the engine looks clean. Go back forward. There you go. Well, came unhooked from the carburetor, not the gas tank. Alright. Woohoo! Drip, drip, drip. Put it over here on my table. There you go. So it's leaking from the bottom of the tank and the petcock itself. This one, I think I've replaced this one with a Amazon special. Pretty loose. You know, you tell people to run non-ethanol gas in something that's going to sit, and then they don't. The filter's gone off the top anyway. Okay. Give me a rag and clean that up. Alright, so we use the same bolts. There we go with that. And let me get the filter on the top one. Give that carburetor a fighting chance anyway. There we go, good and tight. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get into all the brakes and everything on it. My luck, all the soft lines probably need replacing, as old as it is. I'm gonna have to get a better screwdriver or an extension to get those in. Yeah, better screwdriver because that sucks. I don't want it leaking. Yeah, a 10mm ratchet would have been, or wrench would have been better. At least I get my steps in. All right. There we go. Make sure it's off before we test it here in a moment. That should be good. Let's see what we got. Got any leakage? No leakage. Definitely need a better because that little guy, I don't think it's holding on there. All right, so no leakage. Turn to reserve. That fuel flow and turn it off and it stops. Sweet. All right, let me get y'all sit back over here and we will try to get it back together. If I got an extra bolt for there. And fuel line is kind of crap. It's hard, probably brittle. Okay. Get a hose clamp on that sucker for sure, or find a better fuel line. Alright, up to reserve. Nobody's leaking. On. Chokes on. Ain't running a while. Come on, idle. Come on, rev. Give it one look. See if we can get a choke on it. Nope. Don't like choke. Ooh, come on, man. Some of these Kawasaki's are very cold. bushings, what do I do? Are we leaking gas? Again, overflow. I'll tell you, yes we are, very badly. I don't want to pull the carb, turn the gas off. Okay, gotta find that bushing. And we'll tap on the ball and see if we can unseat or unstick the needle and seat. Alright, let's see if we can try to you don't like it. Come on. Suction on it, see if we can get it to open up. I know, I'm going to have to take it apart. Dripping again. Yep. Hammer. I know, guys, I got to take this daggone carburetor apart. It ain't stopping, so joy. Maybe sucking air too through the hose without hose clamps. Oh, hello, bug. Oh, nice. Alright, so we got that. Let's see. We can. I don't want to take all that crap off. Snorkel's on that side. Let's see if I can get it turned over enough to get the throttle cover off. It's gonna be, I may have already said it, it's gonna be raining all day tomorrow, so maybe trying to, dadgummit, there's one on the bottom. Let me go back that way. do the carburetor tomorrow and get it covered back up. Well, there's not one on the bottom, just a clip. What it did to my finger. Good night. Probably need a new spark plug as well. That thing rusty as hell. There we go. That's one thing done. Now, the choke is going to be the next hurdle. Nice gas everywhere. That's a good Valentine's gift, right? Smell like gas? Alright, come on. Got a gas reverse cable in the way. It's clean in there. There we go. Alright, I need some pliers. Alright. Now I didn't bring the right tools anyway, so I'm gonna make sure y'all still recording. Alright. I need nice. I'm pretty sure this was a Chinesium carburetor I had bought the last time I worked on this guy. So let's see here. And I may have already been in this sucker because things are loose. Apparently I don't tighten nothing down. At least I got carb cleaner. So that's a plus. We're gonna use our little bag because the gravel. This is some kind of heater thing. Like I know the prairies have on it to hook to. I had one of them catch on fire, so I don't use them. At least I caught it and disconnected it before it burned the whole four-wheeler up. Yeah, this definitely don't have Mikuni or anything on it. Oh yeah. That's pretty. Pretty nasty. Save these guys because I don't have replacements. So if that's lovely and gummed, and how smart I am, I forgot the flathead. So we definitely need to clean the needle and seat because that bad boy, I don't think it moves there. Once it's clean, it'll be fine. Alright, so I need carb cleaner, flathead to get the jets out. And I'll be back, guys. Alright. And safety glasses would be good. But I forgot them. And I ain't getting no more steps in. I gotta try to get this done before the wife gets home. She's been gone a couple days, and today's Valentine's Day, and I can't just say, hey, welcome home, and run to the shop. I could, but that wouldn't be real nice. Yeah, there's no daylight in that guy. Oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all can see the crud on that. Yeah, we'll try to focus it. Ooh, Yeah. Seafoam would have helped a little. Don't use non-ethanol fuels in your stuff unless you're going to run them every day and not let it sit. I do have a ultrasonic cleaner, but I ain't got time for all that. Ain't nobody got time for that today. That bad boy off. This one looks really good there. So sit it in there. Now I'll clean the. Ooh, there's crap all in the seat. All right, I'm gonna safety squint, and this will get on my contacts and feel awesome. That's still hard to blow through. Almost got it mine. Woodpecker over there killing that pine tree. Okay, it shoots through. Okay, that's a good sign. Let's see here. It'd be jets. But I got my ball. Yeah, don't do as I do. Please wear safety glasses. I know better. Too many years in the military. Too many years working in a doctor's office. Oh, we got it through. It really needs an ultrasonic cleaner. Ain't nobody got time for that. Smaller. Oh Lord, that thing hurts. That one's definitely smaller. That made it through. All right, it flows now. Yeah, float off. One more. Should have kept the pan over here because is I will drop something on the ground. It's the way I roll. All right, we got flowage. These gaskets. Y'all ever price just the gaskets? How crazy they are on some of these carbs? I got a bunch of Yamaha carburetors, actual Mikuni carburetors. But ordering just the gaskets was nuts. I never threw them away and cleaned them up. I hadn't used them. Guess if I get out of the four-wheeler business here, and we'll be set to sell all that crap. Won't be able to see it from my house. Hey, yuck. Gripping on my leg, I'll be smelling. Get! All right, let's see if we can get it back together and hope she runs. All right, car's back in. Let's hook the fuel tank back up. See if we got anything. Hopefully she will rev and run, then we'll figure out a lovely brake issue or list it for sale, one of the two. On. Tube. Nice. The lovely overflow tube just broke. Story of my life. I'm sure I got more of those, just gotta find them. Again, story of my life. Gotta turn the idle up just a little. If I can find it. Yeah, I put it on the wrong screw. Of course I did. Why would I not? used to do that with a choke on. Alright, back up. Ooh. Gear shifter was mighty sensitive. I wonder if they dicked with that. Yeah, we gotta get some tension on that guy. Yeah, front brakes. And it's full-time four-wheel drive, so I got to look at no tension. All right, well, that carburetor may go through ultrasonic cleaner. Interesting. All right. Unless you don't want to start with that was lovely. Okay, well, to be continued. Alright, so took all the brake lines off, blew through them, cleaned them out, a lot of rust in there. The master cylinder shot, ordered another one of those. Went ahead and ordered another Chinesium carb. It ought to be here Monday. Hopefully that will get it back together and get the brakes bled, and then see if she'll run a little better. And then I got to change the oil, and then maybe check the adjustment on the clutches, clean it up, and then list it for sale, hopefully, and get it out of here. I'll be back on Monday, getting the Kawasaki ready for the new carb and master cylinder and getting everything ready. But I think I figured out why she quit trying to run the other day. Massive air leak. Apparently somebody didn't tighten up everything well enough. So still gonna put the new carb on. We'll clean this one and throw it in later. All right, the mail finally showed up. Hopefully we'll get back on this Kawasaki. I did make good use of my time and got the motor unhooked on the good motor off the bad brewing. So halfway there. I just had a little more strength to lift the sucker. Alright, so master cylinder, that is another project, and carburetor. That worked well. That's not, well, it should work. It's just not enclosed like this one, which kind of sucks. Here's that. Oops, wrong wires. Don't really need that anyway. I still got the plugs from the other one. So that looks much nicer than what I had. And looks exactly like what I had. Alright, well, I'm going to put y'all on time lapse and we'll come back once we get everything put on there. Okay, got the carburetor on, gas tank's kind of in place, the brakes are fighting me, just over it. I'm gonna fire it up, see if it's an idle first, I guess. I think everything's tight. That sounds good. Back brake, so we may give her a try here in just a minute. No choke. Turn the gas back off. Alright, I'm going to button up all the bolts back and I'll be back in a minute and we'll take her for a ride maybe if I can figure out the brakes. Well, that's as far as I made it before I hit the tree. The throttle stuck open thanks to the vent line getting down into the throttle, wouldn't let it shut off, so at least we didn't go over the tree. I should be like 4th or 5th, so I ain't got no brakes. I need to make sure I'm in high. Something ain't right. I think the clutches, I need to adjust them. Let's see. Yeah, I was in low, I think. So, sorry for my finger. Let's try it now. She's jumpy as hell. Whew. Yeah, I'll try to adjust the clutches and see if I can figure out what's going on there, because something ain't happy. I definitely ain't got no front brakes. And the back ones ain't much to speak about. All right. Alright, well, got the 2002 Kawasaki Bayou 300 finished up. New master cylinder this time, works great. Tightened up the back brakes, adjusted the clutch. A few other little things I did to it, but got her running well this time, so got it listed on Marketplace, so hopefully it will get out of here soon. I'm going to start around $12.50 on it. I mean, it's an old ATV, it needs tires, and probably need clutches before too long, I would think, but it runs great for what it is. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Please hit that like button, subscribe, help me grow the channel a little bit, and hopefully we'll get off these four-wheelers soon and get on some Volkswagen stuff. Sorry for the sun in your face. You guys have a great weekend. Well, it's probably going to go out Monday or Tuesday, but at least the weekend's over, I guess. Take care, guys.